Inspired Method Marketing channel here on YouTube. My name is Karen, this is my husband Trevor. And today we're going to be talking about progress over perfection. Don't wait until things are perfect.
Very good.
Perfection is man's ultimate illusion. It simply doesn't exist in the universe. If you are a perfectionist, you are guaranteed to be a loser in whatever you do. Whew. Thanks, David D. Burns. You burned us with that one.
Thanks so much.
Procrastination statistics suggest that 40% of people have experienced financial loss due to procrastination.
Oh my gosh.
That's coming from Gura, 2008.
Oh man.
I'm sure it's even higher now.
Yeah, right? So waiting to launch a new website or marketing campaign, YouTube channel, because it's not yet perfect, you don't have it all figured out, it only keeps you from progressing forward, right? I struggled for a long time to finally make the decision to launch our marketing business. And I'm glad that I did.
You're glad you finally launched?
Glad I finally launched.
Why did you wait to launch Inspired Method for so long?
Well, see, I was of the mind I had to know everything first. I had to have it all figured out. I had to learn all the new technologies and the different social media things and how to build websites and how to code and how to do graphic design and everything. I thought I needed to know absolutely everything before I could get started, right? You have that feeling of imposter syndrome and not being able to service people and just feeling the fear that am I able to do this, right? And also the biggest problem was not knowing how I was going to figure all of that out. But it only took doing it and getting started that you're able to figure stuff out.
So now you prefer progress over perfection?
Yes. 100%. So I think what Richard Branson says, he says, if you're faced with an opportunity, say yes and figure it out after. Right? So say yes and figure it out after. You still got to figure it out, but until you say yes and jump on the opportunity, you're never going to know all the ins and outs. Some people in businesses and ideas and songs, they die before they're ever launched because of the paralysis of analysis.
I was just going to say that.
Boom! Right?
Yeah, so true. Yeah, many lost ideas go to the grave because people are worried about being perfect.
Yeah.
Or, maybe the risk of being imperfect is too high for them.
Yeah.
So when do you know it's time to launch your website?
Whew, that's a big question. So launching a website, you have to have the framework down. So you have to have a homepage. You have to have your service and ideas and what you're doing. So your about us, your team, who it is who's there, what your services are. You need to have a blog page or a vlog page, somewhere where people you can continually update. And then you got to have a contact page. So once you have that basic framework done, launch.
Yeah.
Just do it, right? Get it started. Don't wait until it's absolutely perfect and I think this picture needs to be a different picture, or this needs to be a little bit bigger, or whatever. All the little minutiae that we get tied up in is really silly, and it prevents us from actually moving forward and getting some love from Google and getting some love from other people. So we need to launch that thing as soon as the basic framework is done, and we can continually add on into it later.
Yeah, refine it. So how do you get clients past the idea of it having to be perfect before launch?
Well, really, it comes down to continually talking to them and saying, look, we need to get this launched because the longer we take, if we wait till it's perfect, it will never ever be launched. It'll never be perfect. There's always going to be something that has to be changed. There's always something that needs to be refined. There's always a new thing that comes out, a new widget, a new something that needs to go on the site in order to make a better user experience. Let's launch it. Let's go. Because if we don't, then that's sales you're not getting. That's attention you're not getting. We need to get attention quickly and get it consistently all the time.
So when is a website done?
Never.
That's what I thought. You're right.
The website is never done.
You can always be tinkering in there, fixing
Always.
things.
And you should always be updating it.
Yeah.
Like if you watch any of our other videos, you always have to be adding content onto your website, right? Always have to have new blogs or new videos, new information that you're sharing with people on a regular basis that is relevant to your industry, relevant to your ideal and likely buyer, and updated regularly, daily if you can.
Wow. What's the most difficult thing to get clients to do?
Create content.
I know.
That is the hardest thing for them
Yeah,
to do.
we do a lot of hand holding, don't
Making the content is the hardest part. So let's write something, folks.
we? Yeah.
So I usually give them assignments. Okay, this week I want your personal bio done, and then next week is I want the personal bio of your senior manager in charge. And then I want to understand what is your mission statement. Let's do this, over time, and the more that you can get them to do, the better.
Yeah.
So I usually give them a few things to work on during the week, and then when we come back we can refine it, add to it, give them another assignment. So there's some accountability there, because if we just wait till whenever they get around to it, it never gets done.
Yeah.
Ever.
So why is it hard to get clients to start on video?
Oh, they're usually afraid to be on video, afraid what they're going to look like. They think, oh my goodness, people are going to see me. Oh, I look so horrible. I'm ugly, I'm old, I'm fat, I'm whatever excuse, just add it on to the end.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, people don't really care about what you look like, because if they did, then, nobody would go on video. Like if everyone got lambasted when someone went online, it's like, oh, you're so ugly or whatnot. That has no relevance whatsoever to creating content. Absolutely none. Because what we're doing here is to help people, to give them education, bring more value to their lives and to their business, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm not making a full, Hollywood production. That makes no difference, and it's not going to add any more value to people out there. I want to get information out quickly, consistently, and we're trying to do this once. Now we may ramp up to twice a day getting these videos out. So we don't have time to mess around. We want to be on page 1 of Google. We want you to be on page 1 of Google. So it means just rolling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get clients used to doing videos?
Just start.
Press record.
Press record.
Write those outlines of questions that you know that your industry wants to hear the answers to. And that's where you go from.
Yeah. And if they're super nervous, then what you can do, this is the little trick I've learned. I didn't make it up. You can set up your camera on a 45-degree angle off to the side, and then you sit in front of them and you ask them questions. They answer the questions, and just back and forth like that.
Oh, wow.
And then you just cut out all the places where you asked them the question.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit longer, but that's how you can get them more comfortable, because they're just really looking at you and answering a relevant industry question.
Yep.
Yeah.
So are there any other alternatives or tips, hacks that you help those clients get over their fears?
Well, if they're really good at writing, they can write blogs.
Yeah.
Right?
1,000 words takes a long time to.
A long time. They could do it all in audio. Like
that's true.
by all rights, you can just do an interview with them on audio, and then you can get that transcribed and also put onto your website. You can even create a podcast out of that if you wanted. So I mean, there's that. I mean, for someone who's like super camera shy and who absolutely will not get in front of the camera, then record them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the spoken word is easily transcribed nowadays, and you can use that for your content on your website.
Nice.
And if you want it to be, even more polished, you can take that transcription and give it to a copywriter, and they can refine it, fix it, fill it out, and make it, read a lot better. Because transcriptions don't read very well.
Yeah.
But for SEO value, they work just fine.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for all the help on how to get over our fears and just start getting that progress and not wait.